what is mindfulness? As defined by John Kabat-Zinn, paying attention in a particular way. From the psychological side, what we think about that is attention has many components. Here we're focusing on the ability to alert, place your attention on an object. The ability, when the mind becomes distracted, to reorient. The ability to have a specific goal and to use top-down or executive control to stay on target. All kinds of qualities that are needed to get anything done. Doing this on purpose, meaning I have an intention, a motivation, why I'm engaging in this training of my attention. Doing it in the present moment, meaning avoiding now. So it's experiential approach. Most of our life is about avoiding, avoidance of things that are not pleasant. Here, this is really bringing a sense of equanimity to what's changing from moment to moment to moment without pushing away things that I don't like, pulling in things that I do like, embracing anything, everything. So it's experiential approach, not easy to do. And trying to do this non-judgmentally, meaning bringing, instead of an attitude of self-deprecation, I really suck at this, I'm not good at this, I'll never learn how to meditate, I can't stand my mind. Instead, bringing an idea of acceptance, curiosity, openness about what is happening in my mind, my mental experience, my brain. Here's a quick process model. The intention could be simply, I want to reduce my stress. I want to reduce the symptoms of anxiety. It could be that I want to increase well-being, or it could even be used as self-exploration, and possibly even enlightenment, if that's what you're interested in. So for example, you could follow the breath, and you're trying to develop attention, concentration, an open awareness, calm, flow, for example. But inevitably, the mind becomes distracted, often within seconds. In that moment, either one can begin to ruminate, spin. I talk about people going into soap opera mode for hours or minutes or days at a time, fantasizing, dozing. These are all forms of distraction. But then inevitably, what has to happen with awareness is to redirect, reorient attention. And to do this without self-judgment, but in fact doing it with kindness and curiosity. And in fact, it's when the mind is distracted and one becomes aware and brings it back, that's a key moment. That's actually where a lot of learning takes place. Mindfulness consists of, in this Japanese calligraphy, awareness, heart, mind. And I think that's telling, trying to bring those qualities together. What mindfulness is not is equally important to consider. It's not distraction, and I'll show you some data shortly. It's not suppression of emotion experience or suppressing showing one's emotion. That is not mindfulness. It's not avoidance. It's not ruminating or spinning on something positive or negative. It's not that. Whoops. And it's not cognitive reappraisal or thinking in a way to change the meaning of something that's going on. It's not a logic, thinking, language process. Some of the potential mechanisms for mindfulness has to do with decentering, disidentifying from the contents of mind. So as I have thoughts, sensations, images, memories, those are events that are occurring, but they're not me. So this is decentering or disidentifying. Another possible mechanism is developing attentional focus, harnessing the ability to place and maintain attention. Regulation of emotion. Obviously, as one trains, can harness your attention, things that would normally distract or evoke emotional off-balance will occur less and less frequently. Changing in how we view ourselves arises inevitably, implicitly, through doing this kind of practice. And then it's also been thought that negative self-focused spinning or ruminating is decreased. So this is a study that my wife and I did a while ago, where literally just in a sample of people with mixed anxiety depression, we found that compared to a weightless control, no change. We found that people with who did the mindfulness course actually showed a significant reduction post-mindfulness training compared to a waitlist. In negative, a waitlist controls people were randomized either to waiting several months before they started the mindfulness class versus people who got it right away. So this is mixed. These are people with mixed anxiety, depression. And what you see is that there's, from pre to post mindfulness training, a reduction. But more importantly, the amount of meditation that people practiced during the 2.5 months predicted significantly 50% reduction in rumination. This is actually people with for some reason, the people who were assigned to the mindfulness group reported greater rumination at baseline. So there are statistical ways of dealing with that, but that's also why we need multiple studies, and then you average over them, and then those things like that hopefully drop out.